The idea of helping people set financial goals and then help them do what it takes to reach those goals really appealed to me. I started in '73 in a profession that nobody had ever heard of in the first 2-year back-to-back down markets since the Depression were 1973, 1974. It was extremely difficult. I don't have a lot of fear. I always had a lot of confidence that somehow, some way I would make it through it. And I had to make a decision. I could cut back the firm or keep it like it was. I made a decision to maintain the firm and not lay anybody off. And by the way, in the entire 50 history of this firm, we've never laid anybody off. But that money had to come from somewhere, so it came from me. I didn't even know for every 2 weeks whether I could pay my rent and pay payroll. Went through 4 years of a lot of sleepless nights. The pressure was unbelievable. And it was that tremendous belief in financial planning and a belief that I really wanted to keep the company alive, because I thought, as not just me individually, but as a firm, we could help people. And that's what got me through it. But it was, I tell you, it was difficult.
I was born and raised in San Francisco, fourth generation San Franciscan. My grandmother lived through the big earthquake in 1906 and grew up in the tents that were after the fires. So that's my background. There was a language that men spoke that women didn't, and I was curious and followed a thread that was an interest. I took some business law in college and was the only woman in class. There were no women to speak of in financial planning either. When I met Bill and realized there was another approach entirely, which is we sit on the same side of the table with the client and look forward 180 degrees from the other beginning. And it was right. And it was a way to build a career. And then I enrolled in the career programs and certifications and developed from there and have been kind of a lifelong learner.
Well, I've got clients today that go back to 1974. They said they believed in me and believed in the company. I think Kathy has clients going back to probably her first or second years too, and they've stayed with her for the exact same reasons. They believe in her and believe in her integrity, and they know that she's really trying to do what's right for them.
We needed to be visible. We needed to execute as we promised. We needed to do it with integrity. We needed to do it well. And we needed to participate in the professional organizations that provided leadership for others, because the professionalism is a critical underpinning to what we do.
Kathy is a force for the good. I think she has a tremendous heart. She's got one of the biggest hearts of anybody that you ever meet, and she cares for the other. She cares particularly for the most vulnerable.
She always shows up, and she's the first to be solutions oriented. She's such a servant leader, and I've watched her and I think, how do you do it? You know, what drives you? She says, I do what I can.
Kathy is a rare person. She's not only highly competent, skilled, smart, but she operates in a way that exhibits a lot of humility. She is an extraordinarily caring person. Certainly everybody wants a nice return, of course, but it's more than that. It's protecting their assets for their children and their families, and I think that's one of the things that really sets them apart.
Carter Financial is well known nationally as one of the premier firms in the country, and Bill's reputation is stellar. He's one of the best of the country. He made a great contribution. You know, there are a lot of people who built successful businesses, and he certainly did, but it was in Bill's DNA to give back to the profession.
Bill's career is synonymous, with the entire profession of financial planning. He's certainly one of the, early flag bearers for the industry, and really helped professionalize everything that all of us that followed him enjoy today.
All the books that have been written about the financial planning profession, we used to call it the industry, and Bill was one of those guys early on that said this is a profession. We have to look at it like doctors and lawyers. And Bill was always on the front end of that.
He's kind of legendary and really helped establish the profession, to create the code, to create the standards, and certified financial planning wouldn't be what it is today without Bill's impact. Bill Carter really embodies everything that is special and important about the CFP mark, and his impact on the profession has been extraordinary.
In the leadership positions, the thing I've always wanted to do was improve the quality of our planners so that the product that they produced for the consumer was better. The better the financial consumer does, the better our profession does.
We are each of us citizens. We live here. We have a responsibility to live in our communities and help our communities thrive. And that isn't just about how does a client get wealthier, but how do they contribute to the society in which they live and are important parts of. That's fundamental to who we are.